The blue ballin is real.
The blue ballin is real!
Disclaimer. We do not own or claim ownership of the Pokemon franchise and any Pokemon established in official canon. That's all owned by Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures. This is just a podcast made by 4 friends who love Pokemon. It's our love letter to a franchise most of us grew up with. So please go support the official release.
Previously on PKMN Legacy.
This rather raggedy-looking cowboy fella, barefoot, name's Luke.
After he left, there was a book missing from your shelf.
This is where I keep my works on the Age of the King. In this photo, a younger woman, dark plum-colored hair, huge drill-like pigtails.
Whoever that is, they know my grandpa.
You help me find and get what I'm looking for, and I make sure that plum-haired prima donna in the photo gets right in touch with you.
What is so important that you would make us go back to fighting cultists?
It's a chance to find my grandpa.
Got us an underwater cavern here, and a way in.
Roger, Dodger. And then with that, she hops on down.
Maddie, you make your way to try and catch up with Chris and Velma. You're just entering the Craglands.
Okay.
Grassy hillsides give way to dusty trails. It's about early, it's still roughly in the morning when you reach a ramshackle building that is sort of embedded into the rocky cliff sides. Above the saloon doors, there's a slightly slanted sign that says, "The Cave In."
The cave-in. Let's get some water. Maybe a little drink, something to eat.
The place seems to be empty for the most part, but on this bottom floor here, it seems to be a sort of set up saloon area, tables and ramshackle chairs here and there. Some of the chairs are actually barrels or crates. At the bar, though, you see a rather gruff-looking bartender, bald head except for a little tuft of hair that kind of droops down between his furrowed eyebrows, polishing some of the mugs. He looks up, gives you a curt nod, goes back to his work.
Hello. What drinks do you have around here? Or food or something?
Well, we got Moo Moo Milk.
Is that it?
Yep,
Oh. Does that count for food and drink?
I suppose it does.
And how much does it cost?
350 credits.
Oh, steep.
He pulls a crate up, slams a glass bottle on the counter. You can tell from here, that's not been refrigerated. That's some warm-ass milk.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how long it's good for. What's the expiration on this?
He reaches down, takes a marker, scribbles something on it, looks at the bottle.
Oh no.
Still good.
You know what? I think I'll pass right now. Thank you, though.
I'm never gonna sell these damn things.
Oh my goodness, how impolite of me. What is your name?
DJ.
DJ, nice to meet you. My name's Maddie. So, DJ, are you a trainer yourself? Do you have any Pokemon of your own?
I do, but I'm not a trainer.
Oh, what Pokemon do you have?
Buffalon.
Oh, do you ride it?
No.
Have you considered riding it?
Yeah.
I think you should, especially because you've considered it. Maddie looks around. Is there anybody else in the bar?
This is completely empty.
There's nobody at the inn either.
No, but actually, as you're talking to him, you hear the saloon doors open, and you see 2 beleaguered cultists
Great.
about to enter with arms full of unconscious Pokemon. And then they see the 2 of you, they turn around, never mind.
Oh. That was weird, wasn't it?
Hold on a sec. He takes out a baseball bat from the counter, hops over it.
Wait.
He's still walking.
No, do you have your Pokeball?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go. And Maddie follows.
Okay. What do you guys say as you open up the saloon doors and step out into the dusty trails?
My first thought was, why are you running? Why are you running? Maddie goes, hey, don't you want some Moo Moo milk? It's It's really good.
One of them starts to slow his step. The other guy looks at him, and they keep trying to run back the way you came.
Hey, don't you run from me. You turn and face me, you cowards.
Why don't you make a tough plus intimidate as DJ lifts the bat and stares at them. Add +2 to whatever you roll.
Should I just add it in the modifier, or do you want me to just add it?
Sure, add it to the modifier. That gives you 2 extra dice, actually, so we'll do that. 2 out of 5. That's
right.
Good enough. Your shouting is punctuated by the slap of baseball bat on hand. They turn around, lift up their hands. Wait, don't hurt us. We're out of Pokemon, except these. We're taking them to a Pokemon Center because they told us to. Don't hurt us.
Wait, you're trying to take them to a Pokemon Center? Isn't that, like, against the whole cult's ideals?
That's what I told them. Then they beat us and we were going to leave the Pokemon, but they kept yelling at us. It was very stressful, so we're taking them to a center. Then we're going to go to jail where it's safe, okay?
What Pokemon do you have with you?
They are holding a fainted Bronzor and a Rattata.
Okay, well, what business did you have at the cave-in, huh?
Look, we didn't have any business here. The other guy elbows him. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You can say it. You have nothing to lose if you're leaving the cult.
Why don't you make a cool plus empathy check? 1 out of 2, baseball bat. Makes that a 2 out of 2. Look, we're just trying to check out some ruins nearby. Don't know much past that. But these 3 crazy people just took us out, so we're out of the game.
3 crazy people. What did they look like?
Well, one of them was a old-looking 35-year-old guy. Then there was a weird gremlin kid with pigtails and a creepy-looking cowboy.
Don't say.
DJ speaks up. I remember them. They were here last night.
They were here? I mean, I don't know who they are. Oh, they sound so mean.
I know, right?
Sorry that happened to you. Did you make it to the ruins or no?
I mean, there's no way in there. Those ruins are sealed shut and collapsed.
Are you sure about that? Why were you supposed to go there if you can't get in?
I don't know. We're just following Odo's orders.
Okay, well, hear me out. I like to consider myself somewhat of a tourist. I love rocks, I love ruins, and runes, and all of the above. And maybe you could take me to see them, because you already can't go back to your cult or whatever, and why not show a nice girl around, yeah? Maybe I'll buy you both some moo milk, too.
No way, we're not going back there anymore. Not when those 3 are still there.
They're still there?
Look, you can see it for yourself. There's a rope back there that way. You can climb down. Can we go now? Our arms are getting tired holding these fainted Pokemon.
You promise you're going to go heal them, and then what? Are you going to release them?
I mean, technically, we already crushed their Pokeball, so... I mean, they're already released, so...
Okay, well then, happy trails.
Okay, thank you. DJ looks, I thought you said you were interested in buying some moo milk as he holds the bat. They run. DJ gives a sigh.
Maybe you should sell that for a discounted price.
That is a discounted price.
That's discounted?
It's too early for this shit. Keith goes back inside. You head northward. Eventually, you find the rope leading 100 feet down into the canyons where the sandy beds are a bit waterlogged but traversable. And in the distance, down the canyon pass, you see a scarved figure along with the cowboy-looking figure.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
And we'll cut back to you in a bit.
Woo!
Right after these messages.
When we left off with you, Velma, you went into the hole.
I went down the hole.
The only one who could go into the hole.
Yeah.
And you go into the hole with a splash. As your eyes adjust to the lack of light, you open your eyes, and through the murky, silt-filled water, this chasm, very dark, very murky. But from what you can see, the walls around you, while made of stone, have geometric cuts to them, very precise, although they have been rounded down. This cavern is not entirely natural, at least it once was, but is no longer.
I think the first thing I would do is just say, like,
Water fills your mouth. Blub, 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 blub. Instinct takes hold of you. You go back up for air into this one air pocket that you came through. In order to traverse through this chasm, you're going to need to swim through it.
So it's like all water.
The chasm you're in is not incredibly tall, maybe 30 feet, this one passage at least. But you can't make heads or tails on where an air pocket is until you're very close to it. So, describe to me how you're going to traverse through this chasm in order to get into wherever you are.
Like, how wide is this cap? Is it wide enough for a Lapras?
Yes, actually, it's wide enough to give a Lapras wiggle room still.
All right, then Velma's definitely gonna be breaking out Lapras then.
You reach into your Pokeball, press the button, can't really throw it in water, and out comes the Lapras, who is delighted to be in water again.
Yay, water!
And the cry echoes onto the cavern walls.
Just climb on your back real quick. Okay, that's much better. Alright.
Why don't you make a strength plus athletic? Add a +3 modifier to your roll.
Okay.
So 2 out of 4. That is decent enough.
Yay!
So with your gloved hands holding on the spikes on Assistant's shell, you make your way through the chasm. And as you go through it, you notice a couple other things besides these geometrically cut stones. You can see crumpled remains of what may have been tools, bits and pieces of loose silt and rock just floating through the water. I also need you to make a dexterity plus stealth.
Dexterity and stealth. 2 out of 4.
Consistency, thy name is Velma. And one more roll. Vitality plus just a straight vitality roll, actually.
Alright. Oh.
0 out of 3. It's slow going. You constantly have to tap Lapras on the shell so it can rise up to an air pocket nearby so you can get lungs full of air. This water is very, very cold. And does not help that you are wearing heavy coats.
Can I put my coat away in my backpack?
You know what? I don't remember knowing what Velma looks like without the coat. Describe her appearance.
Her shirt is kind of like a tank top sort of thing, where it's kind of like the neckline is like a t-shirt, but there's no sleeves.
Okay, so it's a sleeveless thing. Okay, very cute. As you take your breath, you take off your coat. It is weighing you down so much right now, and you stuff it into your knapsack. The only considerable weight you have left are your waterlogged pigtails, but you can deal with that later.
Just give him a good shake.
You put your goggles back on, give her a tap, and you go back down again. And with that 2 out of 4 for the stealth, let me roll something in private.
Oh no, that's never.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Through the cavern.
Secret
tunnel. Yeah.
With a Lapras.
Okay. Velma,
Yeah.
the process continues like this for you. You come up for air, you go back down, come up for air, go back down. But before Lapras goes any further in this passage, you come to a complete stop mid-water. In the distance, going through some gaps in the stone,
Oh.
you see a large figure, fish-like. Why don't you make clever plus alert?
All right.
See if you can identify it in time.
Oh no.
Any modifiers or not?
Straight roll.
Oh,
Curse you, consistency!
0 out of 5.
that is a fish.
It's a fish.
It's a giant Magikarp.
It's. Do you want to modify that roll in any way? Will point or
Nope,
anything like
I'm
that?
gonna go with
You're
it.
going with the 0 out of 5.
I'm going with
Okay.
0 out of 5.
All right, I can respect
I'll
that.
do what destiny gives.
It's dark. The water's filthy. You can't really tell what this is except that it's big. And possibly there's something protruding from its face.
New Pokemon?
Pokemon?
You'll never know because it swims through the cracks and you can't see what it is.
No! No fall!
You can only see a glimmer of whatever was protruding from its head.
Or not? No, because Onyx wouldn't be able to, because it's water, right? Never mind.
Now this is something much different. But you have no time as you have to go back up for air again. But eventually, through this passage, you make your way to the end of it, and you emerge from what you can only assume, based on the rusted and deteriorated remains of primitive tools, some sort of quarry, perhaps.
Huh.
the most of which you've traversed through and is very, very flooded. But this ends the underwater portion of this trek into these ruins. Lapras tries to hop out of the pool, a bit awkward on land.
Hi, assistant. Thank you for your, assistance. I think it might be a little dry up here, so I'll put you back in. You did a really good job. Yeah, you did.
Back into the ball she goes. From this passage, you can see one open passageway leading into the darkness.
Do I have any kind of light on me?
The only light I assume you have that would not be generated by a Pokemon would be your Seegear's flashlight feature.
Alright, I turn that on.
Unlike back at the underground Mogabark Mills, you have a full charge on this battery right now.
Oh yeah.
And you make your way through the stone corridors. You are not alone as you turn this on. A disturbed flock of Zubats see the light and flitter away. Speaking behind the curtain, in this dungeon, so to speak, low-level encounters like Zubats and Geodudes, that's not going to be a problem unless you actively engage with them.
Alright, so it's probably just gonna pass over my head or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright.
You make your way out of the quarry, into some hallways leading to circular rooms. You only have one path to go to. You take a right, followed by a left, until you reach the central chamber. You seem to be in the center of a 4-way intersection. One of the intersection ways seemed to be sealed off by a completely flat wall, not like caved in, like sealed off. To your right, you see a passageway going assumingly deeper into the ruins, and to your left, faint glints of light, possibly from sunlight outside.
Is there anything in the middle of the room?
Yes. In the center of the room, there seems to be a large pillar, circular. As you shine your light on it, you can see that there is some sort of mural on it. Why don't you make me a clever plus lore check? 2 out of 5. You're never much of an art student, but you know what your eyes can see, and what they see seems to be a hulking figure surrounded by 3 other giants, and below them, what seem to be large humanoid figures counting more than 50 or 60. And below them, what seem to be grotesque depictions of monsters. And they're arranged in this sort of pyramid scheme so that the biggest giant is on top. It extends out until on the bottom you see just the base of those grotesque monsters.
Can I take a picture of this with my phone?
You can.
I would like to take a picture of it.
It will not render until I draw it, but sure.
Hurry!
The 2 paths before you are still open. Do you go deeper in or towards the light?
I go deeper in.
Ooh, risky today, aren't we?
Just a tad.
Okay, I hope you're taking notes about navigation because the map is going to be in your head. That's how you make your players panic.
Oh boy.
With your light to guide the way, you keep walking down the path towards the north, and what you do see is a giant door. When I say giant, I mean it measures up to like 70 or 80 feet tall.
Whoa.
And there are strange markings on the door itself. It seems to be completely shut.
Also, just behind the curtain, I just see that. Did you draw loss on here?
Oh my god, did you draw loss on here?
If I did, it was unintentional.
Was it? Was it really?
Moving on.
Oh my god. He's not gonna answer that.
Okay, wait, Chi-Chi, so tell us exactly the directions you went. I didn't write it down.
So I went down the.
You went down the chasm.
I went down. I went down the dark hall.
You took a right to the darkness, not the left to the light, right?
Yeah, I took a right to the darkness. And I ended up in here. So sorry, I was just heavily distracted by that.
I don't blame you.
Is the next Reggie gonna be one that has loss on its
It looks
face?
like it.
Reggie meme.
Reggie losses.
Reggie losses!
Reggie lost.
I also like Reggie Memis, as you were going to say, Kay.
Okay. So can I examine this door more?
Sure, what are you trying to examine about it?
Is there a switch on it anywhere?
There doesn't seem to be any mechanism on it. The only notable features besides its sheer size are the patterns on it that seem to be in 6 different places, 3 on each side of the door, upper, middle, lower.
Can I look around the frame of the door? Is there anything with similar markings or anything that particularly unique around it?
Nothing unique. It's just surrounded by a border of large stones that support the frame of this doorway.
Can I give it a little test push just to see how heavy it is?
As your gloved hands push against stone, it is not nearly enough. You would need 1,000 Velmas to push this door open.
All right, so it's a heavy door. It is definitely a heavy door.
It probably weighs in the tons.
Is there anything... Can I look behind, like, in front of the door itself? Like, is there anything else behind, like, in this room besides that big door?
Besides that big door, the only other noticeable things is on the pillar to the side, like in the middle of this room, is another smaller room.
I go into the room.
You turn the light on everything. It seems to be very, very dilapidated in here. You see tattered remains of cloth, dried, rotted away herbs in broken ceramic bowls. Why don't you make another clever plus lore check? 4 out of 5.
Woohoo!
From what you can tell, this seems to be a chamber for some sort of possibly religious figure, or maybe spiritual at best. The dried herbs, possibly used for ceremonies. The proximity to the door, maybe that's something of note. You do also find in here one scrap of papyrus that has not completely given away to the ages.
Am I able to... Is there anything on it that I can see?
It seems to be written in the same king's speech that you saw on the other note from the rally. Except this one looks much more authentic and official.
Can I take a picture of it, or am I allowed to take this with me?
You can take the note with you.
I will take the note with me.
And those listening at home, I'll put it up for a brief flash for you guys right now. Whoop. There it is. There it is. Whoop. There it goes.
I'm trying to read. They can pause it. I'm trying to read it, but there's 2 words I can't figure out.
Yeah, same.
I also realized most of these people are not going to be watching this on YouTube. They're going to be listening to the audio podcast. So screws you guys, huh?
Well, now they'll go view it on YouTube. Now they'll go view it on YouTube.
I listen to it on YouTube.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
I draw all the art. It looks nice.
There's only 1 word I know. Don't know.
Okay, well, you haven't seen it yet. We'll get back to you in a bit. Velma, you carefully pocket the papyrus note.
All right, I guess I make my way back to the circular room.
You head back the way you came, towards the central antechamber, and you make your way towards the room you haven't visited with the light. In this room, you can see a raised platform with stairs leading up to it and a pedestal with some sort of device on it. But more notably, where the light is flickering, you see another pair of stone doors, and to the side of it, this stone wheel mechanism.
I go up to see what's on the stone wheel mechanism.
Mechanasma.
Anemone. Phenomena.
Yeah, phenomena.
So the big wheel, or
I see the big wheel!
it seems to be a mechanism that opens up this door leading to the outside.
Nothing on it?
Nothing but spokes to give you a better grip as you just put some elbow grease into it.
Now I want to go check up on the pedestal with the device.
Sure thing. You walk up the steps and shine your light on the pedestal. There seems to be some sort of stone cube on the floor next to it, but as you pick it up and look at the pedestal,
Ooh, it's one of these!
it seems to be some sort of mechanism of what nature you don't really know yet. All you know that these blocks seem to be loose and can be moved around.
Oh, I love these kind of puzzles!
There seem to be cubes with paths engraved into it, and they connect at some points. In the center of this mechanism, in the center square, this piece, which is locked in place, seems to have some sort of button on the very center of it.
Chi-Chi's inner element.
So I can move those.
Oh, you can move it?
You can also rotate them.
Okay.
Okay. That's really impressive.
How did you do this?
Lots of planning, lots of trial and error, mostly error.
Oh,
weird. That's amazing, Kay.
This is really cool.
Dude, that's so cool.
Kay's just out here making his own video game.
For real. Oh my god.
This brings joy to me.
This sparks joy.
It does.
For those watching on YouTube, I'll also put up a picture, but for those listening on the podcast, this puzzle mechanism seems to be arranged in a 3x3 square format, with each block with those pathways fitting into any of the open slots. But in the center column, those cubes are locked into place. And they've already broken it.
Not yet, not yet.
This is hard. I don't actually know where to go with this.
I can hear the gears turning in your head, Chi.
Yeah, right?
Right now, Chi-Chi is very much vibing. The vibing is intensifying.
So weird.
Am I the only one who's hearing like the like that very tense theme from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where it's just like really unnervingly tense?
Chi-Chi trying to solve the puzzle to become a millionaire.
You know what? I actually used that as a reference in the episode with the prisoner's dilemma back at the rally. I used that as reference.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why I was so stressed out.
I actually have no idea how to solve this. Like, I don't know.
And then like that.
Oh.
It looks like a duck. Anyone else see
I'm going to
that?
have to input Foley for like her playing with a Rubik's Cube or something like that.
And you said there's a button I can press?
On the very center of this mechanism.
Okay, I'm pressing it now.
Those 3 blocks that you've been playing around with sink into the mechanism and lock into place. You hear a loud, bassy grinding of earth and stone that echoes through these hallways. It lasts for a good 30 seconds to a minute, just an all-encompassing, all-enveloping noise. And then everything seems to like sit and lock, and those blocks seem to loosen up and come out again.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Can I say what I think it is, Kay?
Well, let's get you in here first. We'll cut to you 3 in a moment.
Okay.
Well, that was weird. And then Velma makes her way down and over to the spooky door wheel and starts trying to turn it.
No roll needed for this, because it's big heavy stone. It's moving steadily, but it's going to take some time. So while that's going on, let's cut over to outside. Heyo, welcome to the pause menu. Kay here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you don't mind my voice too much. I'm dealing with a bit of a sore throat right now. But I can talk down low like this now, so that's fun. If you'd like to support the show, we got a Patreon. Get rewards like your name in the end credits of the YouTube releases of these episodes, access to behind-the-scenes bonus tidbits, and for our Ultra Baller tier patrons and up, you get your name mentioned verbally by me here in the pause menu. This time with a very low, gravelly, sick voice. So, special thanks to Bamboori, Cammy Cat, Cybernetic Pink Eye, Donkey Odo, Doodle Boy, Javon, Jonathan Jesus Macias, Kian T, Limus Humane, Mr. Someone, Quest, Renamon Music Box Brony, Ted Ursa Jr., and an original. I'm dying, Squirtle. But, yeah, you can also support the show via word of mouth. Leave a tweet using the hashtag PKMN Legacy. Put a comment down in the YouTube releases, or just leave a good review on wherever you found this podcast. Do that, we might use your name as one of our NPCs like we do with our patrons. We did have the bartender DJ named after DJC Bay from Twitter, as well as Luke, named after @LucaReeves on Twitter. Anyway, time for plugs.
So I recently just worked with another actual play tabletop role play company. We love that. Woo woo. Kay, you were like one of my first introductions to that. Wee!
And we just did a one-shot of the TTRPG Masks.
Oh, the superhero one?
Yeah, Angsty Teen Superheroes. There's 3 episodes. The channel is called Table Runners. I got so into it, and I was not expecting to have, like, for my first time playing Masks, like, such a smooth experience playing. So it was a really good group of people, and I definitely recommend watching it.
I will include the links to Table Runners one shot in the description of this episode then.
Yippee!
But yeah, that's about it for this pause menu. Thanks again for tuning into this episode. Back to the episode, and I'm going to go get some tea and cough drops and pause. We rejoin Chris and Luke.
Wait, that guy?
Yes, that guy.
Oh, I have questions, I do.
You see a familiar Kelosian girl walk towards you guys. Luke turns to you.
Well, if it ain't Miss Sunny Day herself.
That's a nice nickname. Wait a minute! I remember you.
Okay, well, hi, Maddie. Actually, wait, pause. How did you get here so quick?
Was it really that quick? I got fast feet.
That's very frightening. But yes, it's just good that you're here. And yeah, so, you remember Luke from Professor Maple's place where he borrowed a cup of book?
Yes. Hi.
Howdy. You joining our little posse here?
I guess. What are you doing?
Well, little Miss Velma and Chris have kindly offered their services with a little expedition I'm putting together.
I just have to talk to my, colleague about something.
And Maddie pulls Chris aside.
Okay,
Didn't this guy literally steal something from the professor?
yeah, I don't know if it was stolen or if he's...
Tactically acquired.
Okay, yeah, so he can still hear us. All right, we need to go a little further away.
Come over here.
Completely out of earshot, I hope, hopefully.
Cool plus stealth.
Oh boy, stealth, the thing Chris sucks at.
Apparently Maddie sucks at it too, so.
0 out of 1 for Maddie. 2 out of 4 for Chris.
I'll take it.
Better than me.
You turn to see he's not listening in, and you can see him just lackadaisically whistling to himself.
Okay, I think we're good.
What are you doing?
All right, so there's a lot going on at the moment, and honestly, it's with this combined with Velma being inside the hole.
I'm sorry, inside the what?
Oh wait, I didn't tell you about the hole, did I? Yeah, so she's inside the hole.
What hole?
That hole, and he points over to the hole where Velma went into.
Further down this path, where some of the water that's sitting on this riverbed in the bottom of the canyon here seems to be leaking down and pouring into an underground cavern.
But like, what are you doing here? What did he ask you to do?
Okay, so kind of got somewhat voluntold to help him with this secret project about getting a artifact item.
You got voluntold?
Voluntold, yes. It was mandatory.
What is that?
It's like being volunteered, but against your will.
Oh.
And anyway, Velma and I, we're helping him. And I mean, minus the idea of Velma almost dying across the cliff, but we're here now.
What?
I mean, semantics, but anyway, so she's in the hole.
Wow, I'm surprised you're not freaking out about that more.
You kind of get numb to it after a while, and that's sad to say.
All right, well, I just am not sure I trust this guy.
He did save Velma when she fell off the mountain cliff, so he can't be all bad, right? He looks over at Luke.
He points finger guns at you, gives you a very toothy grin. His canines are very sharp, almost jagged.
Hi.
Chris finger guns him back, but is very, very confused and or scared.
Okay.
Look, for the time being, it seems like there might be something very, very valuable in terms of information about this, so I guess we can just let bygones be bygones until something happens. And I mean, hey, if worst comes to worst, he can just get prison blasted by Diamond.
All right.
But,
I trust you, so be it. By the way, did you run into some cult of Nuzlocke guys and beat them up?
Not to my knowledge, no.
You did.
I did. Oh.
Retcon,
I did?
retcon.
Oh, wait. Oh, God, yeah, we did. Oops.
What did you do? They were so sad.
Sorry, I blanked out there. What were you saying?
Some cult of Nuzlocke guys, they were heading back this way. They were actually the ones who directed me to where you guys were.
Oh, really? It's kind of strange that happened, but whoever must have attacked him must have been really angry.
Couple of real heroes, those were.
Yeah. Real heroes.
Sorry, still whistling, can't hear ya.
Fine. Let's go get Velma out of the hole and figure out what's going on here.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean, I physically cannot.
What?
As in, I am too tall to go into the hole.
Am I too tall?
You are.
Did you try sending in the Pokemon?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know how stable this area is, considering that it already has one cave in here, so sending in any more Pokemon along with her may... Okay! That does not sound good! What was that? What was that?
Luke puts his ear flush to the cliff wall and just listens.
Luke, what's happening?
Got something big moving around in there. Real big.
What do you mean moving
We need to go
around?
get Velma!
We need to get our baby girl!
It done stopped moving.
What do you mean it stopped? You just said it was moving.
It was moving, and it done stopped moving.
Can we get in there? In any way?
Relax. Y'all need to have some faith in that little pea shooter of yours.
But what if she's in danger?
Probably is.
Why would you say that?
How stable does the entrance of this cavern look? Can they be destroyed, or will it cause Velma to not survive?
You do not know that.
Okay, so basically don't try that. Okay.
Chris has a light bulb moment, and he grabs Maddie's shoulder, and he's like, Maddie, question.
What?
Maddie,
What?
Maddie, okay.
Answer.
Look,
What's
okay,
it? What?
so
What?
I would never normally ask this of you, but you can do stuff, right?
I guess.
You can do the thing with the you know, the wibbly wobbly mind thingy.
Oh, yes. Yes, I guess. I mean, I'm still learning how to do it.
Okay. I need you to dig deep, and I do mean deep down, and see if you can. I don't know. Can you sense people? Do you know if people are like fine? Is that a thing? You know that whole thing that like some ore users can use. I don't know if you're able to.
I could try, or maybe I could try talking to Velma in there.
Anything would be very helpful right now because I am freaking out.
Okay, well, you let her go in there alone.
I didn't know it would be moving like that.
Okay.
And Maddie walks over past Chris and back towards the entrance again and sits down on the floor, not like crisscross applesauce, but like on her thighs. She closes her eyes and inhales and exhales.
Okay, I guess I'll just try to think about Velma.
Insight plus channel.
I knew you were going to say that.
3 out of 4. In your Satsuma sitting position, you focus your mind. You can feel the furs on your skin prickle a bit.
Furs.
Your bow becomes taut as you try to invoke your inner powers to pierce through this stone wall and connect with Velma. And as you do that, a loud rumble of stone. And I need you to make a dexterity plus
Wait,
evasion.
Dex plus? Oh, I see it. Ah!
0 out of 1.
I'm too concentrated.
You have your eyes closed right now as you're focusing, so you don't see the boulders that are shaking out of place and are about to crush you. But you do feel a tight, gloved grip on your ankle as Luke drags you and throws you over this way as the rocks here crumble out of the way and leave a large opening.
Oh, okay.
And from that opening...
Ow! Hi, guys!
Oh,
What's happened?
Went down some kind of underwater thing, saw a big scary fish swimming around, walked around some rooms, there's a bigger door in there, and there's a lot of ancient wibbly-wobbly looking stuff, and I opened the door, played with the puzzle, and now I'm here.
Knew you had it in you, compadre.
Hey.
You saved me.
You really thought I was gonna let you go, Splat? We're partners right now.
Right now.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right now, ladies and germs, welcome to... how the hell you pronounce it again?
He flips through the book.
Welcome to Ulgiodia.
Oh,
Geodia?
Wait. Maddie looks at Chris and Velma.
Do you remember that King's Ballad?
I think I still have it, right?
Yes, you do.
Maddie kind of scans her eyes quickly over it and sees...
Yes. It sounds like right here. Ulu Glacia. Do you think they could be connected?
Possibly.
Maddie goes over to Luke.
Hey, what do you know about this?
Well, gotcha. Yeah, I got that one in the book here, too.
But they're connected, so okay, this is good. We've been trying to get answers about this.
Well, if you're looking for answers, you're in the right place.
And he just heads on in.
Maddie follows decisively.
And Velma follows right along.
The chamber is now lit up to see its size, and you see the pedestal with the stairs leading up to that mechanism that you, Velma, were playing with before.
This is where you were, Velma?
Yeah, and up there, that little like weird puzzle thing that I was working around with before the whole place went wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly.
Maddie walks up and goes to investigate the puzzle.
You look at the puzzle that she was playing with. There are 3 loose blocks that are currently in place, and 3 open slots.
Velma, did you place these blocks here?
Yeah.
And what happened when you did?
Well, nothing happened until I pressed the button in the middle. Then all of a sudden, everything was shaking.
So that was your doing then.
Wait, what was my doing?
You know, the whole rumbling of the earth everywhere.
We heard it outside.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize it was that loud.
Did it feel like everything was moving at all?
Possibly. But that seems kind of unlikely. I mean, that would be like moving God knows how many tons of stone all of a sudden.
Well, it sounded like that from outside. I think we should leave it how it is right now. Maybe come back to this, but you've put something together here. It feels like a map.
Hey, God?
You don't have to call me God anymore. I have to cut those things out because I'm so conscious about that now. I don't want my God complex to be completely open.
Fine then. Oh, Game Master.
Yes?
You point your laser tag like shooter at the air. Game Master!
Oh, yeah. Copy that, Agent. This is the Chief. Yeah, I've seen those laser tag pre-show things, yeah.
But yes, Kay, I have a question on if Chris can look for something.
What are you looking for?
Chris wants to look for anything that might be... You know like how everything in like certain ruins, there's always like something really obscure that like it's always been there, but like no one ever notices it until you go back to it the second time? Like anything in terms of like markings or like any sort of like any sort of paintings or carvings that may be on the wall somewhere. Something that basically indicates that there's probably something more important here that we're not seeing.
Make me a quick Clever plus alerts.
Okay.
Okay, 3 out of 4. That's pretty good. You notice that the paths on these stones, comparing this and glancing up to see down the hallway, you seem to be right in this block right here.
The bottom one.
The bottom center. You also notice that the paths seem to go out from the sides of the left and right parts of this device, leading to paths not marked on this map. One more thing. You notice that on the old stone floor here, there are these slightly lit up lines that seem to go away from this pedestal and towards the hallways in the distance, like some sort of ancient circuits. It seems that this powers something bigger and greater.
A divine beast.
Just going on a whim here, but do you think this console, as at least what I think it is, sort of acts as like the navigation center, so if someone were to walk through there, it changes? Like it shifts things around?
Reckon you're onto something. Based on this handy-dandy little notebook here,
He waves the book around.
King's folk that lived here were quite the stone workers. Wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to be able to rig something together like that.
Do you think it would be safe to move these blocks while someone was in the other rooms, or...
I highly doubt it. You want to find out firsthand?
This is why I'm asking you. You're the expert.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's
Go
not...
on in. I'll move the blocks around. You let me know what happens.
How are we supposed to keep in contact with you?
Just give a little whistle.
Oh, I don't like this idea.
Let's not do that.
Seriously, what is it with you gals wanting to go splat today?
Anyway, so we make our way to the other room. There's some things there I think we might need to see to understand what's going on here.
Before we go, let's close up these barn doors here. Already dosey-doed with a couple of cultists, don't need to deal with their reinforcements.
How are you closing it up?
Velma, how'd you open up this thing?
The big wheel, you just turn it.
Then the big wheel, you just turn it the other way.
I was worried we were going to be trapped in here.
Hey, Chris, help me out with this.
Yeah, sure.
After a while, the door grinds shut.
How dark is it in here?
With the circuits now active, it seems to be light enough to navigate your way through dim light, and your sea gears can provide flashlights.
But
so
it is dimly lit.
dimly lit.
Okay, I have an idea. We can traverse forward first, and then I will do the idea in the next room.
So you make your way to the central mural chamber. You see the mural that Velma saw before.
Does anybody else feel kind of weird?
I do feel slightly uneasy.
No, like really uneasy.
Not
Not particularly. I mean,
really.
not any more than I was when I first came around here.
Something's not right.
DJ give you some bad moo-moo milk?
He tried. I tried to talk him down that price. It's too steep.
Pretty sure it doesn't even come from a milk tank.
Then what would it come from?
I want to know.
Oh, is it from his Balfourland?
So you did drink it.
No. I just know that he has one.
Well, if the milk ain't doing you dirty, I don't know what's bugging you.
Well, I did try to use my powers before. I wonder if it...
What powers now?
Nothing. It's just, I have good intuition.
Gives a quick.
We're in this room now where there's 4 paths, presumably.
Yes, you're in the center chamber. The path going to the west seems to be blocked off. Not by loose rubble, just by a solid stone wall. There's a path leading to the north where the gate was, and there's a path leading to the east.
When we were looking at the puzzle, and if we are presuming that it moves the rooms, we know that the room we are in right now cannot move.
I think that's a fair assumption.
That's good to know. Because if somebody needs to stay in here and let the other rooms move, we can do that too.
Split the party? Good idea.
I'm not saying we're going to split the party. Chill out, Luke.
All right,
Calm down.
I'll chill.
Wait, you just seem very excited to cause some chaos, and it's making me... Maybe that's why I'm uneasy. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just a bad influence, aren't I?
I'm just teasing you. You did save my life. I'm sorry. Anyway,
I would like to send out Bat Noir.
Out pops the Zubat, who flutters around in the darkness, much calmer than before.
hey, buddy, how you doing? Did you have a good nap? Great. I know we're still kind of getting to know each other, but I know that this is kind of your strength, these caves and things, and we need your help. Would you maybe be able to use some sort of echolocation supersonic kind of thing to just see what the path ahead looks like, if there's anything that we need to be aware of?
Let me see what Bat Noir has in terms of moves that could help fulfill that request.
He has supersonic, but I know it usually confuses, but I know it sends out like the rays.
Also, he has no accuracy for that move. Like, his accuracy pool is 0. He'd need to be retrained in order to use that properly.
Right.
But, you know what? Let's have Bat Noir roll Special plus Channel.
2 out of 3.
Bat Noir lets out a bunch of high-pitched screeches, which are echoed not only by the stone walls around it, but by other Zubats in the area.
Ah.
Based on what you can infer, in the paths to the west, there seems to be more paths that have opened up.
To the west? The ones that are blocked
The
off?
east, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I thought it said west.
Oh, I see what you did there.
To the east, where Velma said she came from, there's a path that led down to the quarry, and now there seems to be another path leading somewhere else.
It looks like there's some places we can go ahead. Are you all ready to trudge forward?
Not really, but seems like we don't really have much choice.
That's a spirit.
Let's go.
And Maddie looks at Bat Noir and she's like,
Hey, buddy, do you want to go back in your ball, or do you want to stay out a little bit?
It seems to be enjoying the darkness.
I'll let you stay out. Have a little bit of fun.
okay, I guess we should go to the west, the east.
Do you go down to the path that leads to the quarry, or up to the unexplored path?
The quarry, is that where that big Pokemon was?
Yes.
I'm good either way, because one's unexplored and one's Poke. What do you guys think?
Tough choice.
Can we go to both at some point, Kay?
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you can go wherever you want.
You right.
This is your sandbox. Now let's start digging.
You right. And the faster we go, the more we'll get to. Maybe we should go down towards the Pokemon, because I feel like Velma saying that was definitely concerning.
I am morbidly curious to see what that Pokemon is if we see it.
I selfishly as well.
Look, it sounds very interesting, and I kind of want to know what it looked like. So you know what? Caution to the wind.
Woo woo.
You heard him.
Maddie, Chris, Velma, you, Bat Noir, and Luke go back to the flooded quarry. In the center of the room, the cavern that goes underwater that Velma popped out of with Assistant. The water is silt-covered, murky. You can make out vaguely the stone floors below. Past that, it's hard to tell what lurks beneath.
Velma, this is where you were before?
Yep.
And you were under the water?
Yep.
She's still probably wet, right?
Question for you, Velma. Have you wrung out your pigtails since?
Not yet. I'm probably gonna be doing that right now.
Okay.
Just flapping them, and they just...
Those really store a lot of water.
You have no idea.
Luke lowers the coat that was covering him from getting in the splash zone.
Bit of warning next time.
You don't like water?
Just hate getting wet.
Velma, you said you saw something, right?
Yeah, when we were swimming down there was this... Looked like a big fish with a pointy horn or something like that. It was hard to see.
How do we call it? Do you still have your whistle? I know it's a Lapras whistle, but maybe it would work?
I could try it.
You're going to blow it with the intent of calling it here?
Calling something, whatever it is.
This would be a beauty plus perform.
All right, then.
1 out of 1. You blow into it, given that high-pitched shrill sound. Just enough to hear it. Luke kind of winces at that, as does Bat Noir, who flutters around like crazy.
Oh, sorry.
The water becomes slightly disturbed, and you can see the shadow of some large fish-like creature below, swimming in it, but it has not come to pop up.
Well, at least I got his attention, maybe?
Doesn't seem angry.
Okay, can I try connecting with it telepathically?
You're trying to reach out to the mind of this creature?
Yes, to see if it's like a threat or if it's,
Cool plus channel.
1 out of 1.
You feel a tension in the water and in your mind as you connect. Whatever this thing is, it's ancient, it's big, and it has been disturbed now.
Regulus.
I need everyone to make dexterity plus evasion checks.
Oh no.
Isn't this basically equivalent to a dexterity saving throw?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god. 1 out of 1.
3 out of 4 for Velma, 1 out of 2 for Chris. Maddie, what is your defense?
I don't like that question. It is 3.
Velma, you manage to duck out of the way as you see the shape coming. Chris, you're too slow to dodge it. Luckily, this alpha Relicanth was headed right towards Maddie as it shoots a water gun in your face for 2 points of damage.
Alphas! Alphas! Oh my god! Are we talking like Legends Arceus alphas?
In size, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Relicanth is like crazy typing, if I remember correctly. It's like weird.
I'm not sending in Wasabi, so gonna send out Diamond.
Out comes Bay. Oh, sorry.
You would have to fight with Zubat for this round until you switch out.
For this round? Okay.
I'm gonna send out assistant, big baby.
Kaiju
Yes.
fight!
Oh, baby!
I will also be rolling Luke's rolls behind the screen this time around. Okay, top of the order, we have Maractus. It's going to hold its action for the time being as it prepares something just in case. Bat Noir?
Well, first of all, Maddie's gonna look at Bat Noir and say, Are you okay to fight, or do you want to go in?
It looks nervous as it's technically its first battle. It's not backing down right now.
Maybe just hit it with whatever you've got, okay?
The only move it has accuracy for is Astonish.
Astonished. All right, then let's just hit it with that.
2 out of 4 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. Its defense is 5.
5. Oh, jeez.
All right, it will hit for 1 point of damage then.
It's not showing me anything.
Oh, that's because its defense was so high that it reduced your damage pool to nothing.
Gotcha.
But if a Pokemon is not resistant to that type, it'll still hit for at least 1 point of damage, which it doesn't have any resistances to Ghost. So, Bat Noir, using its panic to its advantage, flitters around, gets into Relicanth's face, hits it for 1 point of damage. Why don't you roll the chance dice to see if it flinches? No flinch.
That's all right. Good job, Bat Noir.
Next in the order is the Relicanth. It's going to go for the biggest target right now, which is Assistant.
My baby.
As you see it shine with an ancient light, and stones begin to fly up in the air. Let me roll for accuracy for Ancient Power. 3 out of 6 will hit. Are you evading or clashing?
We're gonna evade.
Please roll for evasion. Meet or beat a 3. That will not do. What is Assistance's defense? I think it's 3.
Yes, 3.
So you see the rocks bombard Assistance for 4 points of damage. Rock type is super effective against the ice typing, but she shakes it off. Her eyes narrow a bit in anger. Diamond's turn.
All right, Diamond, use disabled. Yeah, let's see if it'll work. 3 out of 6.
That will do it.
Oh, sweet. Diamond just sort of glares into the other Pokemon's eyes, like sort of like searching into their soul, reading what their last attack was, and then sending the message of, you can no longer do that for 4 turns.
Access denied.
Finally, we come to Assistant.
I think we're gonna be playing it defensive with Mist.
Okay, go ahead and roll for accuracy then. Speaking of which, I forgot to roll chance for Ancient Power. Nope, okay.
All right.
3 out of 4. You needed at least 2 successes. That will land. It lets out a sonorous cry. The mist begins to rise up from the silty waters and begin to fog the area. You can see through it just fine, but your party is protected. Any additional actions this turn?
Prism Blast, I want to hit it.
Give me 2 successes then.
Okay. I got 4 out of 5.
Not a critical, but that will definitely land. Go ahead and roll. Its defense is 5.
Yeah, 0.
Well, it hits for at least 1 point of damage.
Why is it so strong?
He's a big ball.
I'm starting to notice that.
You fire. It lands, but it gleams off of its rocky helm. What was Assistant going to do?
We were gonna do Sing.
You need 3 successes because your first move was evade, second move was your mist, so give me 3 successes. Did you not have any accuracy for that?
Yeah, there's a 0.
Then you'll need to retrain it in order for that to land, which you can do during a training session in your downtime.
Okay, cool.
Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, we'll do a water gun.
You need to roll all 3 perfectly.
How?
Let's go!
How?
Well, fuck me, am I right?
Let's go!
No damage pool. Still hit it for the minimum 1 point of damage. It ain't taking no shit from this fish. It eats fish.
That's my baby! You got him!
It blasts it with water. Most of it also glints off of its rocky helm, but it buffets it a bit. I'd like everyone to make a insight plus alert check, please.
Insight plus alert.
Well,
Oh no, Velma!
0 out of 4 for Velma, 4 out of 5 for Maddie,
I've got my powers still going.
and 4 out of 5 for Dry.
Yay!
Chris, Maddie, you remember Velma mentioning some sort of protrusion. You first assumed it was the sort of spike sort of slicked back on its rocky helm. That is not the case.
Oh.
Wedged on one of its stone little gill chop things that extend downward, you see a stone cube just sort of embedded in there, just sort of stuck in there,
Huh?
with markings of pathways on it.
Oh.
Look, maybe it goes into that map thing over there.
Oh, maybe you're right. How do we even get it?
Be much easier to pull it out once we knock him out.
I mean, if it faints. It's pretty strong. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, I wanted to let you guys have some fun, but I'll step it up too.
I will switch out Diamond. Chris is going to send in Victor.
Yes, and I'm gonna switch out Bat Noir. And I'm sending in Bay.
Okay, please roll for their initiatives.
1.
Yeah. Oh, 3 out of 5.
Also, look at him being all big and grown.
My baby boy.
question.
Answer.
If I take out Assistant, will her moves still be in effect?
The mist stays. Are you looking to switch it out?
Not yet, but thinking about it.
Okay. Well, at the top of the round,
Baractus, needle arm that overgrown guppy.
that will be a critical hit.
Ooh.
Relicanth is going to try and clash it with a water gun. It comes out short.
Womp womp.
Relicanth tries to blast it away with a water gun, but it just spins through the water and slams its arms right on top of its head. does not shake the cube loose, but it does cause a doubly super effective 2 points of damage. Victor's up.
It's still got that move disabled, which is good, so I'm gonna have Victor use Leer.
3 out of 6 will land.
Yay!
Victor gives a stone-cold focused stare at the Relicanth. If its eyes were open, it would be afraid. Its defense is lowered by 1. It's now 4.
Good job, buddy.
Relicanth's turn. It opens up its maw and lets out this loud, resonant yawn at Maractus.
Oh.
And that will land as Maractus starts to get a bit sleepy. Whifflepin, what's up?
Bay is going to hit it with a growl.
Reduce its attack. Okay, go ahead and roll for accuracy. That will also land.
Amazing.
It lets out a cute little...
Yeah. The cutest little growl you ever did see.
Finally, Assistant.
We're gonna hit him with a water gun again.
1 out of... It's going to try and evade. Needs to get 3 or more to succeed at this, so let's find out. 3 out of 5.
Damn it.
It just sinks back down into the water it's in, ducks out of the way.
That's okay, Victor. You're doing great.
Any additional actions this round? Maractus is going to try and leave it with a parting blow in the form of Giga Drain.
Wait.
Yes?
You know how there's like a ton of moves that like the Pokemon have? The ones that are in the red dot we can use?
The ones that are in the red dots are the only ones you can use. The other ones can be taught.
Okay, so Bay does not know growl.
I'll let it slide this time.
Okay, I understand.
It just shakes its little maraca arms and absorbs the vitality of it, hitting it for 3 points of damage. Any additional actions, Victor?
Yes. I want to punch it.
Roll the punch.
I'm going to have him use a karate chop. 4 out of 6.
That's a critical hit.
Woo!
Roll for damage. Your modifier is 2, and its defense is currently 4.
2 out of 6.
2 is boosted up to a 3 as the karate chop super effectively lands right on that cranium.
Ooh.
How does it go down?
Yeah.
Chi, can I ask for one favor with Assistant?
Yeah?
I want Victor to jump on top of Assistant and then immediately get enough height to jump into the air and then slam his fist onto the Relicanth.
Absolutely. Do it. Let's go.
Okay. Chris goes, Victor, use karate chop! As Victor gets the command, he is sort of in the stance where he's just staring with his arms crossed before letting them drop, getting a slow running start, jumping on top of the Lapras, jumping off of its back into the air, and as it swan dives straight into the Relicanth's cranium for a critical hit. Please tell me it cracks.
Yes.
Yeah!
Does it crack?
You hear a cracky...
Yes.
From the impact, they both disappear into the silty waters below.
Oh no, Victor!
A beat passes, the bubbles stop bubbling up, and from the water, splash, emerges Victor's hand holding the cube.
Yeah.
Oh my god, good job, buddy!
Let's go.
What a king!
Yeah, baby!
Woo. That's your boy.
That's my boy!
That's your son.
I fucking love my son!
And Victor hops out of the water, hands you the cube,
I love you so much. You're gonna get
and then he shakes off the water.
okay. Yeah, I deserve that. Good job, buddy. I'll make sure to reward you later. And he pops the ball back on to Victor to return him.
That puzzle we saw, weren't there like 3 empty block spaces?
Oh, that's right. 3 were missing.
So by that logic, does that mean there's 2 more of these things that we gotta get?
Right.
Oh, goody.
But wait, I have a question, Luke. Did we ever really figure out what you want in here? Did you tell us?
I reckon I was keeping the details a bit vague, cards close to my chest and all that, but, we're all partners here, so...
And he leans closer to you guys.
How'd y'all like to meet a legendary?
What?
And that's where we're going to call it a session.
Wait, what? No! Oh, come on! Dude, you can't leave a cliffhanger like that. Come on!
He can and he did.
Never ask me for anything again, Ariana. Why? You think we're going to run to a legendary? You think we're going to run to a legendary? Guess what? You might fucking well be.
The blue ballin is real.
The blue ballin' is real!